The first 30 seconds of a YouTube video determines whether or not people watch the whole thing. So get ready for the craziest 30 seconds of your life. Oh, you're back. I thought that montage would have taken longer. I guess we still have a couple seconds to sit. My feet are in a kiddie pool right now. Anyway, today's video is about water slides. For this video, I conquered some childhood fears and created some new ones. I also shot the tube, which might have been illegal, but more on that later. Let's begin with a story. You see, despite these super awesome sunglasses I'm wearing, I'm actually not a very daring person. And when I was little, kids at school would call me mean names like Crybaby, Scaredy Cat, and Sid the Sloth. The last nickname had nothing to do with fear. They just said I looked like him.
Well, children can be cruel.
Yeah. Doesn't anyone love me?
Anyway, as a kid, I used to go to a water park called Seven Peaks in Utah. They had a rickety-looking tower that housed 9 water slides. And the scariest water slides were located near the top of the tower. In my mind, the scariest one was a ride called Free Fall. They even gave it a scary name. That sounds like you're jumping out of a plane without a parachute. This orange monstrosity has haunted me for years. I'll never forget the day I decided to ascend that tall tower. I waited in line all the way to the top, which was no easy feat because usually the lines were very long and the floor was very hot. Hotter than you. I don't know why I said that. I have no idea what you look like. I'm sure you do look better than Sid the Sloth. Anyway, little kid version of me was about to go down free fall when I realized how tall we were, and I chickened out. A few years and a couple lawsuits later, Seven Peaks closed its doors. For a couple years, I thought I lost my chance. I thought I'd never be able to return to free fall and restore my honor. I was sad. But then it reopened as Splash Summit. It's basically the same thing. I finally had another shot at redemption. The 3 most dangerous slides there are Jagged Edge, Skybreaker, and of course, Freefall. Up first is Skybreaker, the big scary blue one. All right, we're going on the first slide of the day.
Tyson's gonna die.
Okay, I don't know what this is about, but I'm sure it's gonna be terrifying. It was terrifying. I think I broke my neck.
To be honest with you guys, that ride just wasn't very fun. I think I broke my neck. Not very exciting, but pretty dangerous. The next water slide I went on was called Jagged Edge, which is not as intense as the name implies. After riding those 2 rides, it was finally time to ride Freefall. You know you're in for a crazy time when you hear people in the line say things like, "One time my cousin rode this ride and his body was incinerated upon re-entering the atmosphere." What? Despite all those horror stories, I stuck with it. I was down to become a pile of ash if it meant restoring my honor, you know? So I placed down my styrofoam mat, stuck my butt in the air, and waited for my inevitable demise.
Okay.
I had so many fears about going on this water slide. I feared I would fall off. I feared the slide would break in half. I feared that I'd hit the ground too hard. Never did I think that I'd be waterboarded by the water slide. But I swallowed so much water at the end of that slide. Well, that water slide turned out to be pretty fun. We went multiple times, even though it was semi-dangerous. With my honor restored, we enjoyed the rest of the trip to the park. It was splendid.
Hey, Tucker. What? You know what I'm thinking about? I know what you're thinking about. Playing with the dragon. Yeah, baby. Yeah. clear as we go. We'll go for it. Man, oh!
Water slides. Water slides. Don't do that!
Splash Summit, what a wild, wet ride we just went on. I don't know what I'm gonna say here. Hannah, say something.
Probably should have planned this out a little better.
That is true.
No, really, this water park, it's not really about the park, but who you're with. It's about the time you spend together as friends. 10 out of 10 experience, and I would do it again.
But there was still one more dangerous water slide to go down. I had to shoot the tube. So the tube is actually a pipe that runs water below the interstate in the mountains. And to get there, you have to take this hike through a ravine. And on each side of the path, there's like tons of graffiti. Some of it is pretty cool, but most of it is pretty obscene.
I'm beginning to feel more and more unsafe. Maybe these painted rocks are warnings. Maybe I should turn back. Maybe this is a bad idea. Once the sun goes down, the sacrifices begin, and I don't want to be here for that.
I felt as if what we were doing there was totally illegal, but it's probably not trespassing. It felt like trespassing. I don't know if it was, so I guess we're good. We went to shoot the tube at night, so the entire tube was just a black void.
That's the tube?
Now that I had conquered my fear of all water slides, I was daring enough to go down that tube. So daring. As I was barreling down the dark, having the time of my life, I realized something. All of the other water slides I had been on had to uphold some standard of safety. The pipe I was currently zooming down had no such requirements, so the fear returned.
The lights! There's an end!
Once you shoot the tube, it just kind of lets you out into a nice, easy flowing river. It's nothing too insane, but I soon realized the most dangerous part of this experience was going back up the tube. That's right, to get back up, you have to climb back up.
I will swim back up the pipe and find help on the other side.
I'm so cold! Here's my exact experience being in the tube. It's dark. It's just dark. After the tube, we just hiked back up and everything was good. That pretty much summarizes all the dangerous water slides here in Utah. There aren't a lot because there aren't a lot of water slides. And I'm still in a kiddie pool. Anyway, before you guys leave, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. And we'll get trying more things later down the road. We'll see you again soon. See ya.